Let's just see once we are live. See, you guys are waiting there in the chat. Are we live? Really?
It's still showing upcoming on this side.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, it is live.
Oh, is it live?
We are live. They're watching us.
All right, Chad. Very good afternoon. This has been another Mission Impossible. What time was it? 10 to 1, 5 to 1. Eskom decided to switch us off, and again back at my house. I think at this stage we might as well just do the podcast from here, Keegs. I think let's just make it.
The guys like it anyway, so.
That's, yeah.
Chad, big one here. Angelo Duminy getting one of the bigger payouts from VaultFunder, and we chatted to him on stream. I think it was 2 weeks ago. So before we even jump straight into it, to my left, your right, Keegan van Dijk, the one and only, not the baloney from Benoni, that's Carl James, but then to my right, your left, is Angelo Duminy. Angelo, very welcome here to Port Elizabeth.
That's nice.
I
love PE so far. Might move to PE.
All right.
Is this your first time in PE?
Oh, wait.
Is it? Okay.
Angelo, it's been an eventful couple of hours for you. You've seen now as well. First it was Rydal that saw the panic stations, but now Angelo as well. So he's got a story to tell as well. We've got a little bit of sweat. Luckily, we've got the aircon on at the back. But Angelo, welcome, and I'm going to jump straight into it. You got a payout. I think it was it a week ago, 2 weeks ago?
About 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. And the main reason we got Angelo on, guys asking, is VaultFunder legit? Has VaultFunder done payouts? This gentleman right here, we didn't pay him to be here. We actually did a payout for him, and that's how he got here. So just a little bit of a background before we go into you as a trader, just the experience with VaultFunder, because that's the entire idea of getting you down here, to talk about the prop firm, to talk about the payout you got. Because I think once you get the payout, that makes a prop firm real. That's when you see, okay, flip, this is a real thing. It's not just a new prop firm that's popped up, not wanting to pay traders, but now you see, no, flip, listen, this is a real thing. So just a little bit of your experience with the prop firm.
Like, the experience so far has been, like, awesome. Like, especially the support team, right? Because I remember I texted you first, right, when I had a problem, and I was like, if I fail on my one account, like, can I get my refund, even though it's like a live account? And I passed like all 2 phases, and Chris said, no, you have to get a payout and then get your refund back. So I was like, okay, it's cool. So I failed it. I blew the account eating sushi. And like a week later, I just told you I'm gonna get a new account. I told you the same day I'm gonna get a new account.
Yeah, you had a few. I think it was 3, if I'm not mistaken. I was it 2? Because you had a smaller account.
140.
Yeah, the 140 that went live. As you mentioned, that didn't go as planned.
I still remember that day. You actually messaged. I don't know if it was the London stream or the New York stream, but you still messaged us saying you blew because you were busy eating sushi and you wasn't.
Or it was a gym or something. I still remember it. And then Angelo said, okay, listen here. And we had a quick discussion. And I said, Angelo, this next one, you can ask Angelo. I said, treat it as an asset. Like, just get that first couple of percentages, wait for the payout. But obviously, Angelo went all the way. I think at one stage you were up 12, 13%, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was up.
He was up, and at one stage, I didn't want to tell him how to trade, but I wanted to say, like, Angelo, bro, just wait for that payout. That's a nice 40, 50K payout. And bringing me back to the title of the stream, VaultFunder trader with 1,909% return. So I know already there's a lot of people waiting here to say, how did Angelo make 1,909 ROI? If you think about it, you paid 2,200 Rand for a 550K challenge. with his payout, if you take the percentage gain, he technically invested 2,200. He got close to 45k back. That's over 1,900% return. And I think that is where people fail to realize the power of prop firms. They're thinking, oh, I'm making a 3 or 4%. That's not great. But work it back to what you spent.
Yeah.
And you're getting your investment initial capital back, and you're getting that money. Then if you do that calculation, Angelo, technically with a 2,200 Rand, you guys are looking at Bitcoin, all of this. This man made 1,900% return on a 2,200 Rand investment, buying a challenge, passing phase 1 and 2, getting to the funded stage, making, I think it was close to 10%, if I'm not mistaken, a little over 10%.
It was, I think, 10.21.
Yeah, so 10.2%, and if you work it out, so that account is technically risk-free and a beautiful return. You're not going to get that on Bitcoin.
No,
Are you going to get that?
No, unless you actually own Bitcoin, you're not getting that.
Okay, let's not. Angelo, but I think we want to also chat. So Keegan has also come through the ranks in the funding space. He's also seen some big payouts.
Yep.
But ultimately, for you, is this the first time you got a bigger payout with a prop firm, or have you seen bigger payouts before with other prop firms?
Like my biggest payout is my Forex funds, which is $4,000.
Okay.
I think $4,200. But it's like a year ago.
Okay, before they closed down.
My 100k account is gone. So
Okay.
SA based and for a new prop firm, yeah, it's my biggest payout.
Okay.
Especially for this year also. A good way of starting this year. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the big thing is that it's technically a risk-free investment. You got your refund. You
Yep.
got a nice big payout. So irrespective of what happens going forward, it is a nice chunk of money to get. Talking about, how long have you been trading prop firms?
2 years now.
2 years.
Like my real trading journey started back like 4 years ago, but I wasn't heavily invested in it. Like I was just looking at the charts. I
Okay.
didn't know about a candlestick or lot size or anything. Like I remember
Just
one
dabbling
day,
a little bit
yep.
in it.
I remember one day trading Euro USD and it keeps on like selling, and I keep on pushing trades in, like just keep on selling, and I made like I think 1.8k, which is Zara.
Yeah.
But it was a big day. I think a few hours later I lost it on Nasdaq.
I think Kicks, we had a chat about this where people forget the value of money. We've
Yeah.
actually in the one podcast chatted about it, and you'll see 2,000-3,000 Rand floating, and it's like it's not a lot of money, but how long does somebody else have to work for 3k? You did that maybe in 20 minutes.
We spoke about how many times where like we get these trades, and for example, you know, there's times you need to do it to test your psychology, like see how mentally strong you are at this point in time. But there's times where I always said I walked out the one day showing Mo and Jev a trade, and the trade's running like 6.5, pushing $7,000. And they're like, yes, bro, like what the hell? And I'm like, listen, this thing's stop loss in break even, and I'm either getting stopped at it or I'm hitting TP. And it's almost this thing of, okay, I'll leave 7k on the table here to possibly take 10, but if this thing turns around, I'm only taking 1.5.
Yeah.
You had the chance of taking 7, but you're like, nah, I'll wait and wait. I'll only accept that, okay, I was wrong when I'm at 1.5 now.
But it all depends on your trading plan also.
Yeah.
In where you are in life, especially your mindset. Because I'm busy with a 2 mil account. On you guys, I'm still at like the first phase. I needed 40k to pass the 2 mil because I made 160k.
Yeah.
I was floating in profit, put on break even, went to bed, woke up, got stopped out on break even. So a week later, like I'm down on my account, my 2 mil. I'm down 60k now where I needed 60k.
Yeah, it's like I said, but again, I think that's where we circle back to. There is those times I think you have to leave some numbers on the table to test your psychology.
Yep.
Because when you're not doing that, like for example, when you like every time especially when you're in the bigger accounts, if you're up 10, 20k, which in the bigger scheme of things is like 0.2%, that you want to secure. And I always say to people, but that's the good trades. Then you close and this thing runs. And it's the good trades people close early, and then they want to hold on to it when it's the bad trades.
Bad trades. Angelo, I think we also chatted a little bit about it on stream, but what do you primarily trade? You obviously talked about Euro, USD, Nasdaq, but I think you're more focused now on one specific pair. Gold. Okay.
Only gold. Like,
okay.
I used to trade Bitcoin.
Okay.
Like, I used to place trades on Bitcoin. Like, I remember this one night, I was drunk, to be honest. I placed like just trades on Bitcoin sells, went to bed, woke up with like 9K profit. Like, you wake up with a hangover, me bro, now you're good. Like, it's 5 a.m. in the morning, you sorted, right?
Yeah.
But mainly gold. Like, I love gold.
And what made you shift to only trading gold? Was it did you see a better return on investment? Were you more profitable? Is it the volatility? What made you focus purely on gold?
Like, I don't know though. Like,
is it just like a progression of your trading journey where you just ended up trading gold?
I just went for it. Like, I remember like isolating myself for like 6 months and just focusing on gold.
On gold.
Yeah.
Talking about strategy, we obviously have some ICT boys. We've got a lot of SMC boys in the chat. We've got some pivot boys and what strategy and SNR support and resistance. But what do you?
What's that other one? The BBM.
Beat the market maker. BBTM. BTMM. Beat the market maker. That almost sounded like something you'll see on that other website. But
I think at the end of the day, trading is trading. And a lot of people would like try and push new concepts and stuff and give it fancy names. But my trading strategy is simple. Like, I just go for my Asia high or Asia low, break below, sell, break above, buy.
So you use the Asia range like, as well. Okay.
I showed Mo like earlier this morning my strategy, and it's like it's simple.
And is that literally all you and
that's
the
all
Asia? Is that the specific Asia range, or is it the same one that we use?
Okay, like.
Or is it the actual Asia range?
You guys would basically have the same ranges as what is Asia is printing, right?
Okay.
But when it comes to like time locks and stuff, I go based off time also.
Okay.
So if I see at 2 a.m. gold did like the following move last week, the week before that, okay, at 2 a.m. it has to like buy again.
Okay.
And then I try and link up like how many pips did it move, like what happened during the Asia session, like what.
I wish I had a mic for this, but when we got back from Spa, he's like 11 o'clock, gold should be a buy, something like that. And man, I'm telling you, 11 o'clock, if you check your chart right now, it just turned around.
Yeah, we actually, I told Keegan that's how I traded gold for a while, because gold creates these patterns. It's purely patterns. So for instance, if gold was selling pre-London Open into London Open, I know, for instance, it's going to pull back for NYSE or even Chicago Mercant for COMEX, for the COMEX Open. Then I also built, but there's also times where gold will kill you and it will trend like the entire day.
If it's a trendy day, I think you're going to get clapped.
So you have to be careful, and I think that's where a lot of guys make the mistake. You pick up on the correlations. We even talked about the 4-hour candle that's formed during London. That usually gives you a good idea for the next 4-hour candle. So even if you just use that probability, you've got yourself a strategy. But again, guys they don't want to close a position. We talked about it where even myself and Mo was sitting in the office. And Mo went through his setup and he said, okay, Chris, when this happens, I'm buying. Okay, we in a buy. And then I'm like, Mo, if this thing breaks structure, it's going low. And Mo's like, yeah, but the big thing is I hope that this and this. And I said, there's your word. And he didn't even realize it. And that's how we conditioned, like, we hope. Yeah. And it's like, bro, what are you seeing? Like, there's no hope when that candle prints. It's just you either staying in or getting out. Angelo, so obviously busy with the 2 mil account now.
Yep.
Okay. And looking back on that 550, do you feel at any stage you should have taken it a little bit easier, or were you happy with your performance on that account?
Like, I was happy with my performance. Like, at the end of the day, it's not your percentage of your win rate, or your success rate. It's basically the amount of percentages that you get on your trades, right? Because today you can lose 2%, tomorrow you can make 4%, right? But it's heavily risked.
When you started going positive on your account, was there ever a stage where you just wanted to stop and say like, listen here, let me just secure even if it's a 10K, let me just get my refund. Let's just make this thing risk free.
So I had a plan though, and I followed it. Like I think it's my first plan that I followed for fun, basically. So as soon as I got funded, remember I made that amount of money. In my first week. I made 60K with you guys in my first week, but I lost like 15 after it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I will not trade for the next week or two. I'll just wait for my payout. And when I got my payout, I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that. Like when I got into the prop industry, like I was getting my first payout. It was a case of that. So literally the same thing. A friend of mine kept telling me, bro, you get 3%, wait for your payout. Get your refund back. It's risk free. Then we can start trading. And at this point in time, it was one of those moments like, it's just you're on that streak. Like you can, if I tell you gold's buying now and I buy, it buys. If I sell, it sells. And I got to about 14% up on the account. And
please tell me you stopped.
No, I said to my mates, and the thing was because after I got above 8, I was like, I'm risking a lot. Like I'm risking 2 to 3% per trade. So we get there and I'm going. And eventually I said to my mate, I said, okay, I'll make a deal. When I lose, I'll stop. And I think I got to literally that 12 or 13, and I hit a loss, and I remember then I literally closed out just above 10%. But I said to him, like, I will carry on pushing it because probability is in my favor. But the minute I take the loss, I'll back away and I'll wait for the payout.
But there's certain cycles that you have to follow also in the market. Like, I passed my funded, I got my payout, only to get smashed by gold for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Then it happens, and then you have to identify it, because if the market is in sync now, like gold is moving bullish, but the dollar is also moving, like what are you doing on the market? Like stay out, especially if you're like a funded trader with a live account.
Yeah.
I have to be honest, I don't know how it was for you. January for me started beautiful. Started clean. January I thought like it's going to be a banger, and I think from the 23rd, it was a struggle for me. There were some trades that I missed, but also some trades that I didn't even take. I told Keegan in the office, I think it was after one stream, I said it's weird. I've got this feeling where I'm getting tapped on the hand. It's like every time you stick your hand out in the market, you're getting murdered on it. And at one stage, you're like, okay, let me just let my hands rest a little bit here. And I have to be honest, I think it's the first time in most probably 4 or 5 years where the price action has been so volatile in terms of the sense it's either going one way, not giving you an entry setup, or it's literally going one way, later in the session reversed everything. And what I tell guys is you can look now at volatility in terms of, okay, price moved X percentage up, then it moved X percentage down. But technically it didn't move. Like you didn't miss anything because it's not trending. It's just creating ranges. And the only thing that happens is the ranges expand in size. So ultimately after 3 weeks, now on gold, you've seen, I've created a $30 range where previously you'll have tighter ranges and you'll get the breakouts. So I don't know, maybe again, it's that the central bank divergence we talked about. Guys don't know who's going to be on the breaks first. Is it going to be the Fed? Is it going to be the ECB, Bank of England? But I think as soon as the first central bank starts to cut, that is gonna be the difference.
But again, you say that, and I think it really is. That's where we get in it, because everyone's fighting at this point of who's going to do it first. Because January was the statement, like everyone knows this is it now. We're going to set the trend and what's going to happen. And February started off great because, and I know it sounds bad, but for us traders it started great because the pound went into recession. So it was kind of they're getting forced to play their cards first. And after that, everything else just got mixed up again, and this holds a snowball effect. and then the markets, as it got to the end of Feb, the markets just got worse again.
Yeah.
And it's like now
I
March,
agree.
we need to see, okay, is someone going to take a step again now so the markets can break a bit, or are we just going to stay in this motion?
I think there's not enough forward guidance. Everybody is in this wait and see position. All the big boys are like, I'm not going to place too much bets on the dollar being bullish. I'm also not going to really place bets on it being bearish. They're just throwing money here and there, like just testing the waters. But I think actually thinking now about it, I should actually start looking at the commitment of traders. I need to ask you this Aikido thing. What is that?
Where does this come
please
from?
tell us, what is this Aikido?
I don't think I can say the brother's name on YouTube. You guys will probably be
Really?
smashed, but it's the top. It's the top.
Huh?
The
What's-
top Z guy. The
who-
top Z guy
Like
started.
the famous top G guy.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Paul
okay.
did it, bro. Like that man started with the Aikido movement, right?
Really?
Yeah, like
But
remember, you would just used to say like, I see my friend has a cold or something, and boom, Aikido, like, since
Okay.
But okay, but anyway, so
is it TATE?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, okay.
so me and like my whole group, I have like a group of 80 members at the moment. Like we used to be 130 plus, but yeah, some people just moved away, or some people became better traders, basically, right?
Mm.
So, yeah, the Aikido movement just started. Every time we hit the TP, it's Aikido. Or people would see me in public and just like, you would hear.
Okay.
So, that's the movement.
It's weirdly that we also had that spin-off. Somebody asked me about what is 2G's trading, and myself and Keegan, remember we said we're not gonna do a community, we're not gonna do a Discord, and guys were like, you have to, and we had some names, and somebody said to Keegan, AG or whatever, like this, that, and Top G, whatever. And I still laughed, and we were sitting in the office, and I said, Keegs, why don't we make it 2Gs, the 2Gs trading? And Keegan was like, I like it. And we still played with it. We said, listen, let's go with 2Gs for a bit. We can change it. And then it just stuck like 2Gs, and that's where the brand now basically.
But sometimes you don't want to start a community, but people see you like a real legit guy, and then they come to you, and then it starts with one member, two members. Like word of mouth gets out, you're a good trader.
I think we were talking about this the
Yeah.
other day. As much as other than the YouTube, the Discord's what we were saying, over 1,000 or something.
Yeah, 1,300.
Like it's the community's just grown.
Like that's the thing. If you guys do something good and you guys legit do something good, like you don't charge people prices and all those type of things for the streams and stuff. You guys even get donations. So
Yeah, we even get
quite
donors. Chad, I think we're also gonna let you guys in on some questions that you wanna ask Angelo. Was the payout in dollar or rands? It was rands, guys. So just to clear that up, the CRM put it out on dollar. I know a lot of guys gave us free marketing for that. Really appreciate it. It was rands, guys. So it was rands. So go and tell some of the guys that's giving us free marketing
the trading
on that.
influences.
They're also gonna question now, how did this man make 1,900? Rewind, go listen to the idea of return on investment, if you understand that.
I think that's the main thing though. A lot of people will look at the caption,
Yeah.
right? And it is legit, it's not clickbait. Because there's like proven numbers that can prove that I made that amount of money or return on my investment. But yeah, most people would basically just focus on what am I driving, all those type of things. I'm driving nothing.
But that's the thing, that the guys are focusing on the wrong things.
Yeah.
If you focus on, and again we talked about information. So let's say for instance Keegan shares a trade idea. The trade idea is worth a $4 move on gold. For the guy trading say a 0.01, that's worth $4. The other guy trading a one lot, that is $400. There's the other guy maybe trading $100. You hear what I'm saying? That's $40,000. So people fail to realize that information can be leveraged, and specifically when it comes to trading information. You think that, this information is only 200 Rand worth of trading value
Yep.
for me. But for somebody else that has some discretionary money, that is maybe worth 50, 100K.
It also
Yeah.
depends on like where you are in life when you start trading or when you get your edge, right? Because when you start trading, you start at like 0.01 lot sizes. And then you try and hit like 90, 100 pip moves on gold. But as soon as you like get deeper into it, and you have like more funds in your account, all those type of things, you up your lot size, then you go for like smaller amounts of pips on your target maybe, right? Because like you can, let's say you're a signal provider, you send out a signal, it's 50 pips in profit, you can be out like 5K, right? But then let's say your member is running 0.01, one's running on $5.
Yeah, no, we actually spoke about that. I think literally this morning session, I spoke about it because the guys were asking with our project how it went. And we said some guys passed their accounts.
Yep.
Some guys are in phase 2, some guys are in phase 1. And I said purely that's depending on the trader. That's the thing with trading. It's very dependent on you. It's not a generalized thing. So even though I can send you a signal, for example, that same signal, I could have made $3,000 on it. The other guy maybe only made $1,500 on it. The next guy only made $500 on it. It came down to what he was risking. I'm not there actually trading the account for you. So I'm not entering the lot size for you. That's your decision. That's what you do. So that's the thing with trading. It's like you said, the information's been given there. The information's correct. But it's not like I can't give you a stat saying you will make this amount of money on that trade. That's not how it works.
So you've been trading for 4 years.
4 years, but let's say the first 2 years was just me messing
Okay.
around.
So have you had to deal with any of let's call it these lifestyle traders? Did you buy any courses? Did you go through the ropes with that, or did you miss that?
I didn't buy any courses and stuff. And to be honest, I did join one group when I started, but I was in that group for like a month, and then I was like, nah.
Wasn't it great?
If this guy like,
Who
it's not
was
working
it?
out.
Who
like,
was it?
I'm not gonna name.
No, man, name.
Like, you won't even find those guys.
Oh, it's not one of the big lifestyle.
They're not on here anymore.
Okay.
Like, they deleted the IDs and all the type of stuff.
Okay. So it's not one of the big lifestyle
know,
sellers. What do you think of what's happening currently in the Forex? Let's call it the Forex influencer space. What is your thoughts on it?
I can't swear on here, right?
No, you can swear. You can do anything. You can do
bullshit.
anything. Yeah.
Like, it's bullshit, basically. Like, you get people now who are posting more about popping bottles, fast cars, stacks of money, all this type of things. You get, especially traders, like, where I get it, you guys work hard and all those type of things. But don't go and blow like 100K in the club when you can help people who's like, sitting here on the road. Like, I just feel like the industry is like, I've not been here for long, no, but I'm not leaving, right? I just feel like it's going to shit.
We always talk about, like you said, that they like to show in money. I've always said it's such a South African trader thing
Yeah.
that I must go, for example, if I made 100,000 Rand today, I need to go print that 100,000 in 100 Rand notes here for you. And I need to put it on my table so you can see I made 100,000. And it's that thing of, now once you've done that, bro, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that?
You know what's dumb for me, no? Is the fact that you're a well-known person, especially an influencer, a trading influencer, thousands of followers, but you put your life in danger by walking around with like a shitload of cash and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, why, bro?
I think my biggest pet peeve is when the guys go and buy anything. Then they've got two phones. Usually there's two phones. So you've got your one phone, and then you've got let's say I'm buying another phone. Then I have to like video myself like swiping my card. Like, here's my slip. And I still told Keegan the other day, like I went to go and buy stuff at Woolworths, and I said I should actually go and be like, hey Chad, just dropped 3K here on meal prep for the week. Like, I'm balling. Look at this.
Like, it is like, these guys, and the best part for me is a lot of these guys get caught, like they want to go, for example, into the Gucci shop even.
Yep.
I'm going to take a photo of the price on the Gucci shoes.
And then only buy it.
But also, no, but I haven't even bought them.
Oh, you did?
I'm just showing you they're expensive, but if I wanted to buy it, I could. and then just leave the shop.
Like
Like, what does that mean?
I know a trader from Cape Town. Well, we did like a seminar together. I think it was like a year or two ago. And that man is so humble and down to earth, right? He's posts like he's in the clubs and all those type of things, but if he goes to the Gucci shop, he buys it, right? And he's like a humble guy, which is like all good and stuff. But then you get like a trader who's, or let's just say like you get a trader who's making 500 this week, like 500 rand this week, and he's a new trader. And that man goes and like opens a signal group in the next 2 weeks.
Oh,
Like you get it.
Yeah, but it's also the guys that are doing it. Like it's the thing is, they have to be covered in it. So for example, like I always said, like I would be like I'll get myself, for example, because it is nice, like a Louis Vuitton wallet.
In the Bogart.
But you have it there, it's there. But when a guy's got to come here and he's got to have Gucci cap, Gucci glasses, Louis Vuitton shirt, Versace pants, Gucci shoes. Like, okay, bro.
Like we get it.
You know what's the weird thing though, and I still told my wife and my mom, and I said the weirdest thing is there's so many good knockoffs of Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all of that. So whenever you see somebody, irrespective, I know I'm not going to name names. I know somebody very, very wealthy, like they can kit themselves out with all of this. But they wear fakes. I promise you, they very, very wealthy, and they're like, why must I pay 50K for the bag?
It is what it is.
People will not question me when they see the vehicles I drive. So whenever I've got something, it's not a question of, oh shit, is that real?
Yeah.
Because it's like the cars you drive are like 5-6 million rand a car.
I wish I could also say this on stream. I remember they asked this guy, right? Like it's in a movie though. They're like, here's a legit bag and a fake one. Like, can you tell the difference?
Yeah.
And he's like, no. And they're like, you know what the difference is? It's who's carrying it.
Yes,
100%
exactly.
it is, yeah.
And these wealthy people, there's a lot of them. They wear the fakes. They go to Dubai. They spend, say, maybe 20-30K. They come back with a boatload of clothes. They maybe wear it 2 or 3 times, but they didn't pay the full price. People aren't questioning it because their watch is maybe a full-blown gold Rolex, this and that. But again, why do you need to wear something to impress people? Like I've seen wealthy people that wear no-name brands, and they worth billions.
But I think it's all about how you grew up, like as a kid. Like some people know, like me and Kicks had a talk earlier, and some of us trade to give us the life that nobody's like ever gave us, or like buy ourselves things, get ourselves somewhere. Like some of us trade to like just, you know, be well off and then go and flex and stuff. But as soon as you get the money, when it comes to trading, you stop marketing, you stop trying to like show everyone your stuff. Like believe me, you go into a bubble where you're like so good in like, how can I say, your self-belief is so like strong in yourself that you just like, you don't worry about other people. Like if someone is interested in trading, like you would try and help them, but like just to a certain point.
Yeah.
Chad, I think we're going to open the floor. Any questions for Angelo here? Guys, just go back to the start. That's not what he made on the actual trading account. We were talking about ROI on his investment. That's a little clickbait there. I do apologize, but it's not. It's not a lie. He spent 2,200 rand. He made almost 43,000 rand. Go and work out the percentage. That's what he made.
You guys should actually say like I've made 51K and I got my split.
No, we don't have to say anything. This is the trading industry. We can keep people guessing. There's guys doing very weird stuff out there.
Also, don't forget 100% success rate.
And Signals Group starting next week. We actually partnering in it. It's going to be called 2Gs and Aikido combined. No, I'm kidding. Chad, so any questions for Angelo, feel free to hit the floor now. We're going to wait for you guys. Angelo, quick little trip here. You're heading back a little bit later tonight. Port Elizabeth, you didn't see a lot first time here. First thoughts on the place? You obviously didn't get the full experience of it, but what is your first thoughts on it?
I told Keeks, PE looks similar to Durban.
Okay.
And then some places, the streets looks like Cape Town.
Okay.
Especially the people that I saw like around you. But the office space with you guys, awesome, bro. Like, I wouldn't mind like sitting there and just like trading.
Yeah, it's a lack of space. It's a lack of space.
Especially the streams also. Like I used to think you guys are on like separate.
Yeah,
places
he
and
said he thought we like in the. I'm like, no, we're next to one another. Yeah, we spent quite a bit of time together. No questions. Yeah, I just see Aikido, Angelo every day. Aikido, Tate fans.
When did you open your funded account?
December. Like the first account was December, the 140, and then I lost it in January, and then I opened the 550 in January.
Okay. If you didn't do courses, did most of your knowledge come from books or from practice?
So if you know me personally, is this camera showing?
Yeah.
Like, if you know about a trader with the same tattoo, then you would know what I'm talking about. So Ezra Capital basically, or Sean Lee, is the guy that I started following. I didn't do courses. Just simple stuff. That guy also helped me, I wouldn't say like mentally, but spiritually.
Okay.
How
Right.
did you guys maybe repeat the question?
I'll repeat it for you.
Like you said, you were basically dabbling around for 3 years, right?
Yeah, let's say 2
2
years.
years. Yeah.
Yep.
You just all the time became profitable. What happened there? Like, how did
So he's just asking guys if you can't hear after that like 2
Yep.
years of dabbling around, how did he become profitable after that?
So, 6 months of self-isolation, just focusing on gold. And things just started clicking. When I found out there's a certain time in the market where gold has to move, I was like, I'm in it. Like, I'm going to become successful in this and I'm going to go and do it. So, it was a far-fetched dream basically. Like, I had a lot of people against me, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
like to be honest, I think my parents probably fucking turned against me when I said I want to become a full-time trader, right? But I am now, and I'm
But
just
that's-
keep on going up.
Yeah, but it's like we said, bro. I always said, and I'm a firm believer in it. Every trader, if you truly want to make it in this industry, there has to be that time you go into dark mode.
Yeah.
And you've got to put the work in, the hustle in, the back test in, the theory. You got to go and do all of that.
BMW or Audi? I don't know why Audi is even in there.
Mercedes AMG SLS.
We've got a
I'll give
Merc
him
boy.
that
Yeah,
one. I'll
we've
give
got
him
a
that
Merc
one.
boy. What's the most reliable prop firm in SA?
VaultFunder.
We don't even pay him to do that, guys. That's
I
just,
got my money.
that's just. What was your risk per trade? That's a good question. What were you risking per trade on the
Okay.
550k account?
So normally I would risk like between 30 and 60% gold.
Okay,
Like
but
30
rand
and 60.
value, is it like a 1%?
No, I just go for my pups. Like
So
this
you
is the
have like
way.
a set lot then there what you just trade with every time?
0.55 to 1.20 lot.
Okay.
Okay, so it's
Right.
basically, what is that, 2,500 rand per trade? If
Yeah.
it's say one lot, 30
Yeah.
pips,
Around about
yeah, I'd say.
300, 4.5, yeah, 6k. It's about
Yeah.
a 6k
Like
risk.
one trade I caught on a 0.88 made like I think 22 or 25k.
Yeah,
profit.
Chad. So it's basically between 0.75 and 1.25%.
Like just to give a tip for whoever asked the question, like when I enter my trades, I don't look at MetaTrader. Like I go to TradingView and check the candlesticks as soon as I'm in my trade.
Yeah,
Because if you look at your profits all the time,
Yeah.
it's gone. Like it's
Mm.
gone, but you forget about your trading setup. You forget about where you want to take partials. So I stick to. Sometimes I even switch my candlesticks to all black, and I try and challenge myself, just to try and see what's gonna happen.
weirdly enough, I've done that where I think I told you where I'm trading levels and I'm like just to take that emotion out of it to see if price is holding a level.
Mm.
I made all my candles black. So you're literally just looking at the closing of price. You're not even looking at. That was just weird.
It's nice
I
though.
I kicked that. Live stream adventures. I don't know what your name is, but he said no question, but love from Paul. So Paul representing here today,
Oh, yeah.
Chad.
Danko.
all the way from Paul. Slazy, you use risk management. Of course, he used risk management. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gotten a payout. Any other questions, guys? Feel free to drop it in the chat. Angelo, big thing for me. Your community, is it a free community or do you pay for it?
I used to do free communities,
Yeah.
but I just decided to leave it because people will come into your free community. You would give signals, they would just copy and paste it somewhere else.
Okay, so it's a paid community.
It's a paid community. I don't like advertising my stuff, all those type of things. So a lot of people won't even know I have a group.
Okay. Any plans for the future? What's your plan? Sorry, man. How old are you? We've got to.
I'm turning 26 in September.
26. Okay, still a lot of years ahead of you. Any plans for the future?
Make sure my family is secured. Easy.
Financial freedom.
I think the biggest one for me is get my mom in a house.
Okay.
Especially like a big one like yours.
Okay.
So, the main thing is to just help where I can. Maybe open shelters somewhere or vet clinics, all that type. But I'm more of a guy.
You want to give back.
Yeah.
Like it's not that I want to give back. Like when I get money, I just see people. Like I normally just see like someone that like needs food or needs something, and then I would help them. Like my friends can even tell you, especially when I'm drunk, like I would help people.
All right, guys. If he's drunk, that's when you need to catch him.
No loans though, no loans.
Wesley Stanfield, is the evaluation process 30 days or unlimited time? Unlimited, Wesley, on everything. There's no time limit, so don't stress. Then I wanted to quickly talk about the prop firm space. What is your thoughts on what's happening in the US, especially now with Meta Quotes? Technically, Meta Quotes is out of the US, and they're not going to allow any US-based prop firm. What is your thoughts?
Are they a Russian company, right?
Meta,
Yeah.
they're not really, but there's some Russian shareholders. That's why they were off the Play. Not the Play Store, the iStore for. Not iStore. What's Apple Store?
It's Apple Store.
Apple Store, yeah. You couldn't get their app because during that time we don't want to get shadow banned here, but you guys obviously know what happened. But yeah, so there is some I don't even, bro, can you even say Russian these days? Because the way that let's just say Russ, because with the way free speech has been muted in this current day and age, I don't even know. Like you said, you didn't even want to say one guy's name, because we all know what happens. But yeah, what's your thoughts on the US prop firm space?
Like I would stay away for now, but I would stick to FTMO. Like I've never had a problem with FTMO. Kicks also said it, no problems with FTMO. Yeah. So I would stick with him.
But that's the only thing is as much obviously FTMO doesn't fall under US.
Oh
no, the Czech Republic.
Okay, but anyway, I would just stay away. Like I would legit stay away and go where I know I'm gonna get my money. So I'll stick to VaultFunder.
Beautiful.
Like I don't have any problems, and it's a privilege basically to like sit here and be with one of the founders, right?
Yeah. No. It was we, like I said, when we started the prop firm, and I don't think guys realize we waited quite a bit for somebody to get a payout, and yeah, we literally at one stage when the funder traders were up, the marketing team phoned me and they're like, listen here, can't we ask the guys, can't we like expedite the payout process and all of this? Can't we ask them not to trade? And I said, no, you can't give a trader financial advice and tell him how to trade. Like, people need to go through the system. And a lot of traders being up, I don't want to disclose too much information here, but for instance, the one trader with a 60K account was up almost 50K. That's almost 100% return. Trading news, to the point where that trader only got a 10% payout. And I'm like, dude, you literally made almost 100% on the account. Like, sit on your hands. Go and touch some grass, go chill, come back when
I think we still spoke about it because there was a stage. Because we always kept saying like, "Oh, the guys live this," and there was like 12 live guys.
Yeah, there was a
all
lot of
all blew
What?
their accounts.
12 live guys. Like, the
Like when the Vault just started. The
Yeah,
Vault Funder
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
started.
Okay.
That first month, there was like 12 guys that got accounts live
Like,
and then blew them.
I didn't know about you guys though.
really.
I saw an ad, but I think I saw you popping up.
Oh,
And then I saw streams, and I'm like, okay, I'll join the streams. But coming from a trader's mindset or perspective, basically, I was like, what are these dudes gonna learn me now? Like, I was just like,
Bro, but it's funny, hey, you say that because, like you said, you were kind of getting into the thing of a prop industry, you're doing well. And I said, like, we spoke about the one stream, I said, that was literally almost the same aspect I had when I met Chris.
when I met Chris.
Because it was a case of, I am young, I'm making very good money now. Like I said, it is a little bit, if you want to say ego, you're young, you don't actually know better.
Like it is.
And it's a case of, now what does an older person have to teach me?
Yeah.
Like, if you really think like I'm ahead of my time. So it's like, what are you gonna show me?
Like, I remember the job I had last year. I was just like, when you're a trader, you're self-employed, you don't really have a credit score if you're working against the grain. So I went to go, my bro, and do like a retail job sales just to get a payslip and start doing like,
Getting credits, yeah.
And we didn't get payslips over there. And I was like, what? I'm standing here where I get 5K a month, but I made 5K right now. And tomorrow I might make 2 again or 3. Made like 10K in a week, and I was like, typing my resignation letter, went to a print shop, printed, gave it, and I was like, bah, because there's no payslips here, where would I go now, bro?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm also, I used to be on the till, but on the other tab, my bro, trading view would be there, open. And then that man called me and he's like, you can't trade there and all this type of things. I'm just like, I'm not gonna work for 5K a month if I know I can make like 30 plus comfortably
Yeah.
while sitting somewhere. Like, I can sit on the toilet, but I can still make 2K.
Where's the VaultFunder started? We started with our soft launch. I think it was end of September. We started with the soft launch. We technically officially launched a month and a half ago, where all of the socials are up. You'll start seeing like interviews like this. So the project where VaultFunder started in April last year. We already started doing work in terms of the tech, in terms of the CRM. So you don't just start a prop firm like you get an idea today and next week there's a prop firm up and running. People don't realize the amount of work that goes into providing a financial tech product, because you guys would have seen, as soon as you pay, you get an email. As soon as you breach, there's an email that comes out. As soon as you do anything, and all of those systems are integrated. So you haven't traded for 30 days. There's an email that goes out to say, listen, there's a 35-day inactivity rule.
Okay.
So there's a lot more. Even me, when I started with the planning and started chatting to the stakeholders in April, I thought like a month, we've got this, like boom, in, out. And then it was like websites, CRMs, you have to create a backend for all of your payments, you have to get PSPs, you have to get payment gateways, not just payment service providers, a gateway that's going to take. There's a lot that goes into it. And then obviously the second thing is people try and exploit the business in terms of these bots, these arbitrage bots. My question is always, for instance, and I'm not even going to give these guys any airtime. You know exactly what I'm talking about. These HFT bots, if that was legal, why don't they use it on a regular broker account? Because you can't. Because it's actually exploiting the demo environment in a phase 1 and phase 2. So it's not something that you can even plug into a real account, because it's not going to make any money on a real server. So it is purely getting you through phase 1 and phase 2, and once you go to the live environment, because otherwise you can use that bot on a live account. So then you've got the bad players in the industry we're still very new in the prop space, but in terms of what we're trying to do and the foundation we built VaultFunder on was, firstly, we made sure we're a regulated financial services provider. We make sure that from a compliance point of view, everything is ticked, even with the marketing. You can ask Mo. Even our marketing goes through scrutiny. It goes through compliance to make sure that everything is 100% correct. Also due to the fact of how prop firms are closing down. And Kiggs, I think me and you said at the start of the year, about 50% of the prop firms aren't going to be here at the end of the year. And we already seeing guys starting to crumble. Funded engineer trying to come back, that's a horror show on its own. Funded engineer, the funded trader having an absolute horror show with their migration. And all of a sudden now this entire prop firm, and here's my thing, it's not good for VaultFunder. People would say, oh, but Chris, isn't it good for VaultFunder? No, because it sours the mood of the prop firm space. Because all of a sudden, it's not like, and I had a discussion, the one guy said, oh, this is brilliant for VaultFunder. And I said, dude, it's not good for the prop firm space if prop firms are struggling like this from a compliance point of view. Because it's not like you were going to go to, let's say, the funded trader, and now things are starting to happen. Now all of a sudden you go to another firm, you sit on your hands. So that money that was supposed to be spent, all of a sudden the guy's like, listen, I'm just going to put this into my regular retail account. There's no issues there. I traded without an issue. So everything that's happening, it's not a zero sum game. It's actually, I almost want to say, very bad for the prop space. But I think it's growing pains, Geeks. I don't know what you think. Wesley Stanfield, my brother, please go to www.vaultfunder.trade and go through the website. All of those questions will be answered. I don't think going through FAQs on a podcast is really what we want to do. So Wesley Stanfield, we love you, my brother, but there's a website. Go check it out, www.vaultfunder.trade. And if you still don't have all of your answers, then by all means, jump into the comment section.
Also, Wesley, there's a discount code if you want to buy a funded.
There's a discount code as well. If you find it, you can use it, but we're not going to give it to you here now. Keeks, anything from your side for?
Can I get an update? How's it going with your account, your challenge account? Because you're having trouble with it.
Troubles in like the
technical issues with the
technical issues. So it's working. Thing is, it's working, but the problem they're having is what, if you want to say, a lot of brokers had a while ago where the minute they have that high volume, so for example, the minute people want to trade news, the whole terminal crashes, the whole broker crashes, everything crashes because of the volume. And the thing is, for me, like, if you want to talk of it again, when you're talking this, I'm not talking some prop firm that only 3 people know about. These are prop firms that are meant to be second in the world at the moment. And
you can say names.
Well, we know the funded trader. So the thing is, and I get it's not their fault. They have to do a migration because of what's happened with meta quotes. So they're making the needs for what has to be done. But at that level of the game, to join a platform that has a mistake like this, it's a rookie error. They can't allow those type of errors to happen.
Here's my thing, Keeks. I talked about it 2-3 weeks ago, where I said MetaTrader is going to chalk all the US prop firms, and I'll go on a limb. Angelo, the owner of TFT, can happily phone me. His ego got in the way because he was supposed to already start to pivot, and I think he thought he's too big for the game. And Meta Quotes just simply came back and said, sorry, my brother in Christ, we'll see you at the cross. And he thought having money is going to sort that out, not with something like Meta Quotes. And I can promise you, him scrambling now is an ego thing, because he could have started. If I know this, and I'm not even that big in the prop firm space, if I knew it already, how can this guy running the second biggest prop firm in the world not pivot already started migrating, telling the guys, listen, yeah. So that is a perfect case of opium.
Yeah, and it's a rookie mistake. The thing is also, for example, again, and I think why I must say I can agree with what Chris said there is, for example, he's got C Trader and them on load, and they're part of the migration. But because they're bigger, they won't allow these issues to happen. They told him straight, cool, we'll take you on, but the migration is going to happen a lot longer. So it was a case of he had to get the guys over. So minimum, cool, a day, 2 days, you guys won't have accounts. That's the best they could do, but we'll give you DX trade then. But then you give the guys a platform that is just absolute rubbish, and the guys can't use to trade either way. And then it's like, okay, but we're going to have C Trader, but in like a week's time. So now it's like you're trying to reassure the guys quickly, like we are giving you a better solution, but only in a week's time.
So what do you think? What does it do to like a trader psychology?
So bro, it throws you off, eh? So what I said to Mo was, like, it threw me off in the sense, not because, honestly, I wouldn't say what happened. The sense that I've been able to pick up these things. So for example, I don't trade with a broker that's going to give me those problems. It's very simple. You do your research. Now it's like I've been with a prop firm I've never had these issues with. Then you trade with them, and now, for example, everything's perfect. Like I've always said, like I understand. Chris and I have spoke about them quite a few times and said there's their fine lines. As long as you don't touch those lines, they're 100%. They're perfect. But for myself now, literally doing the funded account, the challenges with our project guys, I did this account with them. The account was beautiful, smooth. Literally phase 2's like 1 or 2 trades away from passing, going live to almost would have been a perfect project. Then obviously end of Feb, markets are chalked. So for 2 weeks I don't take a trade. The one day I see the perfect trade, everything goes to plan. I try to enter, the platform just freezes and shuts down. And then obviously trade plays out. Not even, my TP was hit in like 10 seconds. And then literally still 3 times that.
News
I think honestly also what happened is DX trade was relatively unknown to me. I never knew about DX trade. Like I knew C Trader. All of us know C Trader. And all of us knows MetaTrader. But DX trade was almost this little dark horse on the outside. And then immediately now, all of a sudden, there's this massive influx of all the US prop firms going, all right, we need platforms now, like immediately. And I think they're not geared for it. They're not geared for that jump in demand. Yeah, there's so much demand all of a sudden for DX trade. And I think even they are scrambling. Like, listen here, our servers aren't built for this amount of volume. And it's that thing of a complete shift where it's not you trickling in your business is built up in phases. It's like your business was maybe a year. In 2 weeks, your business is a year. So it's great for them, but for the trader, it's not great.
But that's what we also always talk about is opportunities. You can't decide when the opportunity is right for you.
Yeah.
If that opportunity comes, you either take it or you miss it.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is with DX Trading as a company, I think they just blew their shot. They blew their shot on a worldwide platform. And all that now, for someone where C Trader was just honest, said, guys, we'll be ready for you, but give us a week. You've now got very unhappy clients at one platform who are looking for another answer, who will then all come over to you. And if you can catch that, you've just made your business. You've made your step in the industry now.
Yeah,
I think it's very interesting where we're heading. Like I said as well with our live platform, at any stage I'll always play open with you guys. If we see anything funny in terms of the regulator with VaultFunder, if we see anything funny, like I'll be the first guy to come out and say I've been very, very open and transparent with US prop firms. End of last year I told you guys, I think this year is the year, I still called it the cleansing, where I think a lot of prop firms are going to get ripped.
Same thing for these influencers.
Same thing for the influencers. I also think there's a lot more people standing up for truth.
Yep.
And there's a lot more content in terms of what is real, what is not. And also slowly but surely, we've even seen some local influencers dwindle away because people are like, dude, but we asking questions that you can't answer.
Oh.
Like you showing me a 20 million rand live account, but you're driving like a 2005 Golf GTI. Like where do we pull the line? Like why are you trying to sell me for a 500 rand signal, but you've got 20 mil? Like
500 rand per signal.
no, like for a month. But I mean, like why would I? If I made 20 million rand a month in trading, you wouldn't even know about me.
Keep in mind, it's $20 million.
I'm gone.
Dude, $20 million a month. Like I don't even have a phone. There's people like answering my.
You're gonna think I'm dead. You will not know about me. I'm gone.
I'll fake my own death.
Bro, at that stage, you don't even answer your own phone. There's like people holding the phone to your ear. But again, so people. Would you be answering your own phone if you were making 20 million? Bro, I would not. A phone would not be in my hand.
Bro, 100%. Like that's that moment I go full in, and I invest into Apple tomorrow, and Apple's making me those like glasses and things that I'm just gonna walk around with my glasses.
I think what I will do is basically create AI or like take AI, man, bro. Make an AI version of myself. You can communicate to that guy, man, but he has all the questions and answers.
I think it's very, very good what's happening in the space. We actually talked about it end of the month, Rolio and what's the name, Rydell. So the 2 R's and the 2 G's gonna sit down. We've got some people that asked us, but again, just chasing clout. They want to market themselves. They want to go on our podcast. So, but yeah, we've got Keegan locked in a solid guest as well.
Big boy.
Not the flashiest guy, but I think he's got 3 mil in funding. 3.5 mil. $3.5 million in funding.
3.5. I think the goal is there's $6 million in funding.
Who is the guy?
No, we can't say.
That's gonna be a big release.
We can't.
The thing is, in Cape Town, there's a lot of traders, right?
But most of them are fake.
No, but this guy's low key. Like I said, he literally doesn't flash like lifestyle at all. He's got the supercars. He's got the mansion in Camps Bay. Got everything, but no one knows. So it is a big one, and we said he is someone we would. No, we trust. We vouch for him.
We wouldn't put anybody on our platform.
You do your background checks now.
Yeah.
No. But the thing is, if we had to say the name, I can guarantee there shouldn't be one person in the chat right now who wouldn't know who he is. It's just someone. I think when we talk influencers, because
people
of the
don't
idea
think.
we had, you don't
people.
Think about it. You automatically don't associate him with those guys.
No. So we do our background checks. We don't put anybody on here that we don't personally know or that we have not seen their product, what they've done. So we wouldn't just get and if we get somebody on that's shady, very likely we're gonna pull him apart and expose him on the podcast.
Legs,
so
basically.
So that's why we've asked some guys and they don't want to come on.
I was gonna say, I think that's the thing. Those guys already know what's coming because we have asked some guys, and it's almost like they know that whole thing, like where you were talking to us about Top Trader. If there's nothing to hide, so we're not worried at all. Where with these guys, it's almost like they got that guilty conscience. It's like, am I gonna sit on a podcast and these guys possibly are gonna bring something up? It's like you just don't put yourself in that situation.
Here's the thing: if you're lying, you would know. If you're lying, you need to have like a very good memory. Okay, I told Mo I'm trading 500 lots a trade. I withdrew 3 million last month, and then I'm telling Keegan, Keegs, I'm trading 250 lots. And then later I tell Angelo I'm only trading 100. And now all of a sudden it's like, okay, wait, did I tell Mo 500? Or did I tell Angelo? So
and you got to make sure you don't get in the room with all three people.
You sound like a Radzami,
and now you sit in a room or a podcast and they ask you something and now it's like a case of let's take the Avengers trader, the Spider-Man or whatever, the Hulk trader with the mask. Now it's like, okay, bro, so where's the Ferrari? Oh, no. It's in for a service, but then my mate, actually, there's a stone chip, so it's actually parked there. But I'm going to do a YouTube video very soon on it when I bought it. And where's the Urus? Oh, no. So the Urus actually, I was towing the Ferrari with the Urus, and the Urus and the Ferrari is there, so you won't see it. So you'll only see the older Ford here outside, because that's actually my car. The other cars I rented just to do a cool photo shoot. You hear what I'm saying? So it's always this thing of...
the G-Wagon I bought for my wife, I took it on one off-road trip, but broke the suspension. You won't ever see that car again as well.
Yeah. I'll get it back next
And
week.
this payout certificate I got, I don't need to answer you on this payout certificate. Like, if you question my eligibility for making this amount of money from a prop firm, like, I don't have to prove myself. Like, stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, like, let's just keep it real, yeah. Okay. Here's Chad, last one. Here's my thing. If you're gonna put your lifestyle, what you making on trading, what you making, then if somebody questions it, then you can't be like, oh, but why are you questioning me? Bro, why are you posting your withdrawal certificates on the internet then? Because then obviously you're opening yourself up for questioning. If Keegan is going to start putting his pay slip on there and somebody asks him, Keeks, but bro, how much do you make a month? Then it's like, oh, bro, but that's personal. You can't ask me how much I'm making, but you posting you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the same thing, bro. Like, and that's what I said. Like, there's nothing to hide. If you want to know our story, you literally can go on our YouTube. Everything's documented. You can see the trade setups, all these things. You can go watch the pods where we've spoke about like my biggest months in my history of trading has only been like 120k a month type of trades.
It's a good
like
month.
that's a good month. Like end of the day, you don't want to forget the value of what 120k is. How many careers actually don't even make that amount of money? And again, that's my best. That's not a thing I've done every month. And then at the same time, straight after 2-3 months after that, I went into the worst 6 months of my trading journey.
Yeah, that's...
And you almost go into depression. It's not a thing of I'm saying I'm making 4 mil a day, I'm making 600,000 a day, and then you look at me and go, but where's that money?
But I think
we've never lied anything about that.
I think it comes down to what I said earlier also, like it depends where you as a trader are, or when you're taking on the journey of trading, like where are you in life, right? Because a lot of people come into trading when they have like they lost them like money, maybe like lost 2,000k or whatever, you know,
bad idea.
in your savings, and then you're trying to flip your 2k to like 10 in a day. It's not gonna happen. So it all depends on where you are. Like if you start trading and you have like another job that you are doing, a 9 to 5, awesome.
Yeah, like it's the best way to
it's gonna be like there's gonna be like times of stress and stuff, right? For example, you can't watch your trades because you're busy working, but you're still making a nice amount of money, right? You made more money on your phone that you would make like in a week working your job. But now you have to like find yourself and center yourself somewhere. Like, will you like spend the extra 2 hours on trading and better yourself for like the next year or so? Or will you just like you know, just be on it, like catch a signal, then blame someone else for taking a loss?
But it's also the same thing. We talked about it before. I think we actually spoke about it with the podcast with Miles. The progression as a trader. If you also need to decide if you want to progress, or do I just want to be flipping accounts for the rest of my life? If you're going to always be doing a 300 to 2,000, you're never going to get anywhere. Eventually, you have to start building the capital so that you can then you can flip a 2K to a 10K, a 10K to a 50K, and so forth and on.
My mindset was always to try and build big capital. And
it takes risk off the table.
Yeah, but also on the one end, I learned a very expensive lesson as well, where you don't put all of your eggs in one basket, because there comes a stage where the size of your trading account, you don't actually even want to take trades anymore, because I'm not talking about funded, I'm talking your personal money. So you get to a stage where you just trying to shelter that money. It's quite a big sum of money, and now you're trying to just like shelter it, so you don't want to take any risk. now even when you take, say, a 1 or 2% risk, that already is now a big sum of money. And now it's like, oh yeah, okay, so I'm going to be risking, say, 100,000 Rand per trade. It's still relatively within my risk parameter. But now, what do? Now you're in that limbo. Like, okay, now I'm just going to take the A+ setups. You become complacent. You don't even take the A+ setups, and you just take a trade for the sake of it. So, but as Keegan said, there comes a time where you need to progress, and then obviously find your feet in the market, and in terms of how you trade, how you manage your risk. Chad, I think we're gonna start wrapping up here. So if there's any closing remarks, I see we've got a big scammer in the chat. I don't know if you can see him. I'm kidding. Carl James. We're actually seeing. We're locking it in with Carl for next week, eh?
Yeah, I'll confirm with the brother now.
Carl's a trader.
Yeah, Carl, cool guy. Very good golfer. You can actually, if he fails in trading, you can go into golf at our rate. But yeah, we're seeing Carl next week.
I need to actually answer his voice note, yeah. But
Carl, there you go. This man hasn't answered your voice note. Chad, this aircon behind me, I don't know how your ears feel, Keeks. My ears are literally ice blocks. And just for Angelo here, Sondra is saying, great podcast, guys, and congrats to Angelo.
Thank you.
Yeah, Angelo, first and foremost, before we start wrapping up, really want to thank you for traveling out. I know it's not always easy traveling away from home, especially for me. It takes a lot because I've got 2 kids, my wife, and you don't want to be spending too much time away, but you make those sacrifices. And the beautiful thing was when I asked Angelo, he didn't hesitate. He's like, when do you want me? I said, okay, this Friday. He's like, boom, done. Booked his flights and he's here. And yeah, really want to thank you. Thank you for getting to the stage where we can actually interview a trader with a decent. I think I need to thank you for that, for actually making a nice sum of money with VaultFunder.
Yeah. But also, guys, just so you know, you now have a picture of the man. You can take a screenshot there. He is now on the leader, leading the leaderboard. So if you want to beat that leaderboard, this is the guy you got to beat there, guys.
I think
ladies and gents.
The leaderboard is clear, no? There's no leaders now.
No, okay.
I think they're fixing something on it, but it should.
Yeah.
The leaderboard will still stay there.
Yeah, the thing is, in terms of payouts, your one was still one of the biggest ones. Yeah, the other ones are in between, like 7K to 45K. That's like the range.
Like, that's cool though.
So you're up there.
People shouldn't like rush themselves now.
No.
Like, I invite anyone and everyone to come and take like the spot of getting the biggest payout, because at the end of the day, I always say, like, in FX or in the market, there's money for everyone, but not everyone will make money, right? Because we have to be like, we have to be respectful and honest with people. Trading is not for everyone.
Yeah.
And it will never be for everyone.
I always just say, bro, it's very, very simple. The losers pay the winners. But you just have to decide which side of that you want to be on.
Chad, I think I'm going to give you guys some stats on VaultFunder. So I just want to give you guys an idea.
Are you sure you want to go there?
No. So no. It's fine. You can keep it like that. So VaultFunder currently has one of the highest pass rates in the prop firm space. It's between 16 to 17% of traders get to the first payout.
Is that the highest?
That is the highest. So
the others are like 4. So keep in mind this is high.
So the other prop firms, some are like 11, 9%, 4%. So one of the highest pass rates. Then the other thing is there's a positive correlation between traders being successful on the bigger accounts.
Yep.
The guys that trade on the smaller accounts have a much higher fail rate than the guys from, say, 550 to 2 million, and same with your 25K to 100K. So Again, there's that thing of a newer trader is going to opt for the smaller account because he's still gambling a little bit. But the experienced trader that knows what he's doing is willing to buy R1 million account at 2 million. So we've actually... Yes, so we've actually seen a positive correlation in that the bigger the account size, the higher the pass rate. So it just shows us where the people are. So 5K or 6K, you're on a 2 million.
Yeah, but Mo, you new to it, no?
That's
Like,
the chat though, that
oh,
like,
yeah.
because I'm so new.
And then also some stats we picked up. A lot of guys trade almost out of session. What we picked up is that a lot of traders trade, for instance, like the last hour of the New York session, where they scalping like in and out. And also there's also a positive correlation in between guys trading less and also being more profitable. So the more you actually trade, the less profitable you are.
Yep.
So there's that definite thing of trading less is more profitable. And again, you expose yourself to less risk. You obviously increase the probability of you not taking losses, because here's my thing. You can only lose if you're in the market.
Like I said, bro.
So if you think of it, I can take 2 trades a year, wait for the best setups, have a 100% win rate. I only took 2 trades though.
Oh yeah.
So there's a big difference between volume and quality. That quality thing. So you shouldn't only take 2 trades unless you're a position trader. But again, my thing is, there's a fine balance where the quality of your trades and the quantity of your trades are almost at balance. So it's not a case of you just over trading for the sake of it, like my brother in Christ here in front of me, Chad. Just pray for Mo. This man is a machine gunner of note. We're actually sending him into the US. We're putting him in the Navy.
Mo, you're one of those traders who's like, let's say, what do they call it? The trigger finger.
Oh, the
Yo,
barcode.
no,
Yeah,
no.
the barcode.
He's not that type of machine gunner.
No, okay, Chad. So I have to say, Mo's only been trading for 4 months, and I understand that excitement, that dopamine hit. And I still told him, because he gets nervous when I open up his trading terminal. He's like, Chris, don't look this and that. And I told him, like, there's no shame. You've been trading for 4 years. I'm letting him experience that side of over trading. Taking a trade. So otherwise I can baby Mo, and like, you can be this perfect trader, but up until you get that one snap, and then all of a sudden you crumble. But if I let you, this sounds very terrible, almost like a kid. You let the kid like feel
You let them
okay.
pump their head.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But the idea also is that, like, ultimately I want to trade on my own 2 feet.
Yes.
Because like if you baby me and then you move away, then like my trading falls apart. And we don't want that.
Yes, and the thing is, the beauty of it, and we all know the feeling. That's the beauty of myself and Keegan know that rush you get. It's the same as gambling. You're putting some risk on you, and it's like that feeling you get. I could be wrong. I could be right. You are right, and then you're on that high. And now the thing is, we can switch off the terminal and say, listen, I've taken my shot, and we go on with you, go Jim.
Yeah.
But Mo is now, he wants that feeling again. he wants that second shot of dopamine. That
But,
one
I told Mo earlier, like, brah, you blessed enough, no, to have like guys like you, Chris and Keeks around you, and Futsef. Because when I started, bro, I had no one around me. Like, all I had was a few YouTube videos, and I was like, nah, I don't know what this guy is talking about, all those type of things. But he's privileged enough and blessed enough to like have you guys around. You guys made the mistakes. Even if I have like someone that's coming into my group now, I'm like, brah, you good, right? Because I made the mistakes. And as soon as I see something is going wrong in the market, I will let you know.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's simple stuff, brah. If you have members, you can spoon feed them. It's cool, because you're not gonna take money out of my bank account.
Yeah.
We're taking it from someone else in the market in a legal way. So
Let's
cool.
before we end, how do you deal with that is it a dopamine hit we're chasing? That feeling.
100% is dopamine.
How do you manage it?
Like what feeling? Making money and
No,
trying
just
to
that,
go.
just that thing of you've placed a bet
when you're
now.
in the trade.
Yeah, that
You can see how
rush.
your emotions
I
are.
don't know, but I place a trade and play.
Yeah, but he
games
literally,
or
he
something.
literally watches a black screen. There's no emotions there.
Huh?
So I think he distracts himself. That's how he says
Oh, okay.
For me,
okay.
yeah, I go and eat sushi. Like,
I think it's still a thing you have to battle.
I'm only good when you break even. If I'm break even, I can walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Until I'm in that break even, I've got to watch.
but again, it's a thing you still battle. I think Mo asked me, is like, oh Chris, but like you so disciplined, and I'm like, bro, I need to fight it as well. Like I'm technically you with just more experience, because I also want to get that feeling of, oh, there's risk on the table now. I'm putting on risk, and now it's that sense of, oh damn, you see the P&L. And I told Mo, bro, I'm literally you with just say 9 years of experience. I know how to turn that side off and not give into it, where you still very almost driven by it. And yes, so
but the question is, Mo, like, where do you see yourself as a trader? Like, where? Because remember, people start trading only to make money, right? Then you get some people who start trading because they see themselves in it, bro. Like, I myself, I always say, you can cut my legs off, you can cut my arms off. I have my brain. I can tell someone, push the button, go and buy gold now. Like, it's simple stuff, right? Still have my brain, I can work for it. But if you've like, you're someone, you're starting new, you said you're 2 months in, right? Like, where do you see yourself?
So, should I get on the mic? I don't know. I think now that I'm in the trading space, I have an obsession with like really understanding things. I don't like to just understand things at a surface level.
Yeah,
Even
you want to know
yesterday,
why the market does what it does.
Yeah, yesterday I asked you and I said, dude, the whole thing about fundamentals, like where does a person get their start? Even if it's something maybe I don't trade using fundamentals, I want to understand.
You have a average idea of it.
So
But, sorry, Chris, he said something good earlier in the car. He's like, you guys used to talk about trading when he didn't trade, and he didn't like it. He's
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah.
I was like, do we have to talk about it?
You see, now, like, let's just say, for example, you meet a group of friends. Like, nobody is like clicking in a trading way, but you guys have like a solid connection. But if there's one trader, give it like a year or two, everyone is going to start trading. And that's what happened, right? You fell into the right crew.
True, very
It
true.
went on, and now it is. You dream about trading now.
Yeah, once
Like-
you get into the space and really understand, it is worth talking about. I'm the one who now says, sorry, Jeff, bro, look at this. Like,
before we close off here, Naz P, I somehow believe the amount one can make is capped on prop firms. I'm waiting for the field to grow before I jump in. Probably will join once I'm in my 40s.
Keep on waiting.
My only thing is,
I'm
Nas
20
P, some of the biggest payouts now have been about $60,000-$70,000 in 2 weeks. If you need more money than $70,000 in 2 weeks, you must be a billionaire, and I don't know what you're doing on YouTube.
Naz, no, he's a good guy, Naz.
No, like I'm just saying, if that's the perspective, like
I'm-
$70,000, that's a lot of money in 2 weeks.
I'm honestly gonna say that's ignorance in the politest way I can. Yes, somebody that made almost 45k. Keegan's had some big payouts. Carl James, that's on in the chat here as well, has had some very big payouts. So for you to wait another 20 years to mature, that is somebody else milking the prop firm space for 20 years. So do not be that guy. And again, it's a relatively low outset cost. Where else can you spend 2,500 rand to potentially make almost a 2,000% return on investment? Like
also, like, if you put 2,000 rand in your live broker account, you've got 2k in your broker account, right? Where you can buy a challenge and have like way more room to like play with,
potential,
right?
yeah.
Because like it's simple, bro. Like it's simple, and you don't go based off like the whole amount of loss that you have to take, like go based off like your daily drawdown. So
Yeah.
you're spending 2K, you get the 22K drawdown, sorted.
Yeah, we actually spoke about it the other day when we were doing content, and Chris asked me how would I explain prop firms to people. And I said the biggest thing when it comes to trading where people say the difference is capital. Some people are bad at trading because they've got a small capital. Well, it's easier for the other guys because they've got a big capital. And I said that's where prop firms came in. They became the equalizer for the small guy and the big guy, because that small guy can go put 5K on the line, but now he's got $1 million account, $1 million rand account to trade with. Now, if you can't do that, then what do you
It's the skill. It's just, if you've got the skill, you can do well. Guys, I just want to thank Keegan. Keegan, thanks for again blitzing here.
Always good, brother.
We had to rush again.
Oh, sorry. Also, guys, before we get into it or say the goodbye, there's no New York stream.
Yeah,
New York
because
is chalked for Friday.
because we're still here at my house. I don't even know if the electricity is on at the office because we're not on a schedule. Angelo, really want to thank you for making the trip out to Port Elizabeth. And I think before we end off, if you can just give any advice, any motivation for traders out there that's still dipping their toe, still considering, do I use VaultFunder, do I not use it?
Yep.
Do I get into the prop firm space? Do I stay out of the prop firm space? Just some closing remarks from you.
Okay, first things first, I'll start by saying thank you for this opportunity, right? Like, I didn't see myself here, but I made a promise to myself and a lot of people that I would be here, right? Especially the group. But one thing I would say to someone is just make the impossible possible, right? Because trading is a risky industry. It's a bad industry, I'm gonna be honest. You will be alone. You will be alone in this journey, even though there's people around you that are supporting you. Because if you take a loss, you take a loss. And if you win something, everyone wins with you. So make the impossible possible and just believe in yourself.
I appreciate it. Keeks, any closing remarks from you for the chat?
Nah, as always, guys, I think it's been a good week. Markets seem to come alive now at the end of Feb, so hopefully we can see something better in March. Again, big shout out to Angelo for coming down, joining us here. Again, shout out for taking the realms and leading the leaderboard there. So hopefully, maybe we'll see even breaking your own records there.
Soon.
But other than that, wish you all the best. And yeah, I think, guys, it's for the chat now for you guys to step up and get there now.
Yeah, and a big thank you, Mo. Guys, don't always see Mo in the back end. We all were scrambling here. The set.
Behind the scenes for you.
Yeah,
guys.
let me say it is. So Chad, I must actually show you guys this. So Daniel, my son, has got a little table. I don't know. Mo, smile there for me. So it's literally. He's literally on Daniel's little table on the small chair, in a little kitchen area here where the kid. This man is literally cooking. Let him cook. But again, Mo, yeah, and thank you so much for everyone, the team. Thank you for VaultFunder, especially making this possible for us. Also, Vault Markets playing a big role in what we do. I've said it so many times, Vault Markets, the only broker that backed this vision of doing the live streams. I've even chatted with Keeks. Keeks knows there's no other broker. And guys, you can challenge me on this. Show me any other broker that's supporting traders, that's doing these live streams, that's doing the education that we do. There's no one. And you can, and we've seen it. So don't go and say, oh, but there's no broker. So again, big thank you to Vault Markets. Thank you to VaultFunder. 2G's Trading very soon will also be a sponsor where we will sponsor young traders like Mo trading the Asia session. Mo, you ready for that Asia session? Concerta, 2 cups of coffee and so yeah, Chad, peace and love. We will see you guys on Monday. And so quick one, guys, just some admin. Monday we're doing the 2 streams. Tuesday, Wednesday, no streams. Unfortunately, we'll be in Joburg for Top Trader SA podcast. Thursday, we're back, eh?
Thursday we're back.
Who do we have on Friday?
Friday we don't have anyone.
I think I've got Richard on. Richard and the Candace.
Yes,
Candace, I must just confirm.
For that, yeah.
Richard and Candace, we're going to talk a little bit about my 100-mile journey, running 100 miles next year. So I'm getting somebody on that finished that exact same race, a lady, also no athletic background. We're getting her on, and also my coach, Richard Lowry from Matrix Multisport. So this big sack of bones will be running 100 miles next year. Thinking of live streaming that on a phone.
I'll be on my G-Wagon, like, just feeding Chris some snacks on the way.
Chad, but peace and love. We will see you guys on
Cheers,
Monday.
guys.
Thanks
The
so
last
much.
one, Aikido.